how to cold approach women, you know. So for introduction, I myself struggled with cold approaching, you know. So when I was 22, got like a lot of attention, but never like cold approach girls, you know. I knew how it was like being around them, stuff like this, because I was like always around some girls, like pretty girls, Austrian, German, Polish, but and it's easy for me once I know a girl to speak to them and interact, but I never ever really like cold approach a girl. So yeah, so something I had to train a lot. It was a long, lengthy journey, you could say, because you know it hurts getting rejected, and I didn't know what to say, especially this. And yeah, so I remember one thing my friend told me, you know, it was like I don't know how, but he was also a girl, so told me to just go. There's no perfect time. So this was one thing I always kept in mind. And nowadays I try to reduce the time between thought and action, right? I still believe there's like a good opportunity, a cold approach, right? So she doesn't have to be too busy, and you know, sometimes things just flow easily and rightfully, you know. But if you go at the wrong time, it can be like a bit weird. So yeah. So there's 3 levels to this, you know. First for beginners, you know, when you're not too experienced, you can ask easier stuff, but the reward will be low or no reward. Then intermediate, and then pro, where I'm at, you know, you just ask straight and directly, what's up, you know. So the 3 levels of cold approach skill level. So yeah, the first one is beginner. It's basically to ask things unrelated to her, you know, like ask for directions, you know, like where's the train station and stuff like this. And it's okay, you know, but it will not spark anything interesting, and she might think you're just like a stranger that doesn't want anything with her. So it's okay. Sometimes you have to test the waters and get back into it. I don't do it, but I used to do it sometimes. You know, try to not show any interest and just to like get an interaction. But yeah, it's low. It's like low reward basically, and that's advanced. And you ask her stuff about her or related to her. You know, like where are you from, which city are you from, or how are you, what's your name, what are you eating. This was one thing I also did. You know, sometimes they eat something and then you can just spark a conversation like this. And then you just talk and see how the vibe is. And then you can ask for the Instagram or number if it's like appropriate and if you like her and everything seems good, you know. So this is important. You have to gauge the mood, the vibe, and always be ready to leave without feeling too hurt. Because sometimes they have trauma, boyfriends, or bad time, you know. Sometimes not every woman will be like in a good state of mind. So yeah. Sometimes they're also lesbians, you know. It like happened like 5 to 6 times. It was like kind of funny, you know. So yeah, but it's also like you can still talk to them, you know. It's always a good time. You know, you can be like really actually lesbian, stuff like this, and they're like yes, and then no, it's whatever. She won't be your girlfriend most times, so whatever. Just next one. And then that's the pro level, which is what I do, because I don't have too much time, you know. I wanna just find a girlfriend, right? I don't wanna be like a simp, you know, like most men. They just want to be around a girl, but months upon months. But I'm just straight to the point, right? Like I just say you're beautiful, straight. I make it to the point. I cut out all the small talk often, you know. And I go straight to the Instagram or number, depending, or Facebook, you know. So yeah, usually these are the girls I'm most interested in, you know. Like they're very pretty, and I could see myself going farther, you know. So you have to go for it, but it will also hurt more if it's your type, because of course rejection is rejection, right? Like, I mean, I have become very immune to it, but even I sometimes get setback, you know. But I guess this works really if you're like confident, you feel like the vibe is there. So this is why you have to build yourself up, you know. Cannot just be some guy that did nothing and think you can just cold approach like the previous girls. Because it will, I mean, they are still nice, but you will leave probably empty-handed, you know. And yeah, rejection is guaranteed. It will happen, you know. Not every girl will be yours. It hurts, but yeah, most importantly is that you find one. It hurts sometimes, you know. For me, I still have to sometimes think negatively back, you know, if it's like a bad interaction, but it will always be from like 6 or 7 girls, like they're not too pretty, you can see they maybe had too many relationships stuff like this and I don't value them too much then, and you can, sometimes I would also think back negatively, right, or like they're not the prettiest girls or not, stuff like this. Sometimes the woman will even try to mock or humiliate you, you know. It happens, you know, try to make you feel bad for being courageous or taking chances, you know. But these women, they were never meant to be for you either way, you know. So yeah, this is how to cold approach girls. I hope you genuinely find like a girl, you know. So yeah. Also wanted to add at the end, you know, the best thing that can happen sometimes is when there's multiple girls, you know, it's harder, but I mean, to roll is better sometimes because if, for example, today, if I go to approach a girl and she's like with 5 different girls and I get her number and every once in a while it's like good, but yeah, it can also backfire, right? So I had times where there's like a fridge or something, like an uglier girl, you know, or fat or something, and they can be really fucking nasty if you talk to like the girl and don't even acknowledge, you know, the other girl. So I haven't seen anything like, I haven't found too much success with this, but the best ones are if the girls are supportive, you know, they want you to have, you know, they want their girlfriend to have a boyfriend if she's single. So for me it was, this was always like the best ones, experiences I had, you know. So usually the girl would like ask like the girl, her girl, like her friend, you know, like should I do it, and or like just, you know, because she's insecure or shy, and like she will motivate her to give you the Instagram, you know. So this was always the best interaction I had. By the way, if you made it this far at the end, you know, you could always write a comment or whatever, what you want help with, you know. I can see what I can do, you know.